the drama, only venom when I get my dues. Respect, I'm the next tycoon. Got a pad full of greens, couple M's mine soon. Unbeliever, do you see the confidence? Got some people waiting for me on the fence. I live it, but never see me on the fence. Best believe that when I win, it's common sense. I'm designed to fly, defeat all demise. The best me, no fear, no compromise. 100 degrees, I breathe more to life. You should disconnect and throw in the wise. And a hand that's in this. Gotta back it up a high percentage. Got a heart in my sleeve, non-stop. Stepping up to the seat, more shots. Getting those I'm alive, unleashed in the fire. Out in the wild, you can never stop me. Watch me dive and free, and it's my time. Up in the stars, you'll never forget me. But not holding back on the side. Only get better with time. Ready to own what is mine tonight. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire. Out in the wild, you can never stop me. Yeah, I never wait up. Flowers say so they coming on the way up. A true fighter's what they always been afraid of. Cards had it close on my circle when I lay up. Switch the game every quarter like a time zone. Aim for the bus, tryna build up to this mind zone. Pave the way with only items that I might own. Imagine what I'm about to do, be an icon. Ain't a problem, just the haters that I might know. It's a night show, the way I'm about to make a movie with these lights. Know the one they be like me, they can try. All gold, everything when I write. Can repeat it, every legend gotta fight. A new world, when I flip, make it tight. Ain't nobody doing minutes how I like. Seat buckled up, going up like a bike. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire. Out in the wild, up in the sky, into the light. Watch me dive and free, and it's my time. Up in the stars, with every stride, our future's bright. Cause I'm on to the next. The way I shape shifts makes them call me a threat. Running on this path, never done, no regrets. There is nothing you can do when my face on the set. You're in front of the best.
we parted. I don't know what went wrong. I just know that I want your body here with me tonight. With me tonight. You know what I need, know just where to touch. Make me feel like I can't explain. Oh no, don't you leave, it's just a bit of fun. You know how to drive me insane. I know it shouldn't feel right, but baby, don't go. Just love me all night. Just love me all night. 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 All night. Tell me you want me, baby. Tell me I'm not alone. Tell me you wanna be with me tonight. With me tonight. With me tonight. You know what I need, know just where to touch. Make me feel like I can't explain. Oh no, don't you leave, it's just a bit of fun. You know how to drive me insane. I know it shouldn't feel right, but baby, don't go. Just love me all night. Just love me all night. 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 All night.
It shouldn't feel right, but baby, don't go. Just let me all night.
Just love me all night. All night. Just love me all night. All night. Just love me all night. All night. Just love me all night. All night.
Don't need no thing. Ain't into bling. Just use enough. You fill me up. I don't care for diamond rings. I just crave the simple things, 'cause that's what I want. That's what I want. I don't need no fancy
I just crave the simple things, 'cause
that's what I want. That's what I want. I don't need no fancy car. I'll take you just the way you are. 'Cause that's what I want. That's what I want. 'Cause that's what I want. That's what I want. 'Cause that's what I want. That's what I want. 'Cause that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Don't you wanna tell me about the time that we felt free? Turn your eye on the halo that you give yourself daily. Give me a new ending, 'cause I'm running free tonight. Don't regret our story, wanna love and live my life. Always talking about where we'll be, gonna move out of the city. Spending our time daydreaming, living our life like a movie. I'm the only one who can make me whole. Pick me up, I'm the only one. Gonna ride this feeling and write a new beginning. I don't wanna pretend that everything I wanted was gone in the end. And I don't wanna pretend again. And I don't need to pretend I'm living in this moment, I'm living my best. 'Cause I don't need to pretend and pretend and pretend and pretend. Don't have life in envy, shine a bright energy. With the waves I'm making, gotta make sure I'm happy. I'm the only one who can make me whole. Pick me up, I'm the only one. I'm gonna ride this feeling and write a new beginning. And I don't wanna pretend that everything I wanted was gone in the end. And I don't wanna pretend and pretend and pretend again. And I don't need to pretend I'm living in this moment, I'm living my best. 'Cause I don't need to pretend and pretend and pretend and pretend. And I don't wanna pretend that everything I wanted was gone.
Feel the thorns embrace. Death is in bloom. None will escape my grasp.
See, it's just a scarecrow. Aren't you afraid?
Step light, strike hard. Crack 'em like a tomb. I go where the trouble is.
Let's go. Sicker than the wizard with a top hat. So heavy when I drop it like a backpack. Chit chat, best stick it in the WhatsApp. Looking at the glitter in your Snapchat. What's that? You break like a plate in an earthquake on the first day, like a clown at birthday. Too late, gotta wait for the first one.
牛啊，这个球！菜呢？
Welcome back, everybody, to Wild Rift League Asia Season 2. And again, we are here for another APAC match. It's going to be NAOS versus Cerberus Esports. And we're going to be your shoutcasters for today. My name is Dash, and I'm here with Giyang Gaming.
This is going to be the battle to determine which team is going to be remaining in the tournament and which team is going to be bidding goodbye. Both of these teams have really grinded over the past few months during the regular season, at the start of these playoffs as well. It is about to end, or at least one team's road is about to end here.
Yeah, it's going to be the end of the road for one of the teams. And again, the last time that you've seen them together, it was during the start of the season. NAOS versus Cerberus Esports started with 2-0 from NAOS Esports. So after some time, one of the things that I love about Cerberus Esports is once we went through the tournament, once we went to the midway part of the tournament, Cerberus became a decent team compared to their Season 1 counterpart. And now, they honestly have a chance here if ever NAOS makes some mistakes against them.
Ooh. I mean, it is very crucial for a team to be as polished as possible, to be as efficient as possible, but all of these players are humans and are bound to be making some mistakes along the way, and that's where the other team is looking forward to. That's where they are just looking to capitalize on it as well, make sure that they punish it and make them regret it. And here's just the roadmap that we have been looking into since the start of the playoffs as well. We have had some teams become more efficient, become more improving as well, but some teams are actually being exploited of their mistakes right now.
Yeah. Honestly, the easier it went for patch 4.4D for everybody here in the playoffs. It's now a bit different compared to before. We have seen some Zyrus, and most of the Zyrus failed. I mean, that's okay, but honestly, I just wanted to see a Zyra once we started the playoffs, and we did, but they didn't really pan out well. And Cerberus Esports is one of the teams that had that during the start of this tournament, and that's the reason why they're now here in the lower brackets.
True. I mean, Zyra's amazing, but we are starting to see some counters, great matchups towards it as well. Here's the playoff schedule and how it does impact so far the standings of the teams as well. The most pick and ban champions so far, it is going to be the Evelyn that is just had to be respected just because of its impact, and we have seen it here in these playoffs or at least in the first week, right? The impact of this champion is just too much. You have to take it away.
Yeah, and this champion is just so good. We definitely have seen a lot of players just play it during the start of the season whenever they give a chance for them to play it. That's the only reason why it's a 12% pick and ban rate. It's also because it's just so good. But again, here, the Akali is also one of the best champions that is also always available whenever it's picked and banned. It always is gonna go strong. We have seen a lot of Camille's It's Okay, Lucian in the mid lane just for them to have the easier time, and Zoe is also such a strong pick right now.
Oh yeah, Zoe. I did love the Zoe of Faye and SkyFL during our playoffs day 4. It was insane. One of the highest win percentage we have as well is on one of those players, Faye, with 90+% win rate with beyond 10 games, and it just reflects on how some champions are able to just impact the game, the performance of the entire team. And speaking of performance so far, KT and G2 Blacklist are the ones performing the best, and they're about to meet each other again tomorrow as well. Right now, we are focusing on the lower bracket Cerberus Esports. NAOS Esports, this is the fight of their lives. Yeah. They have to give it their all.
Yeah, we should talk about how it all panned out for NAOS and Cerberus Esports and how their journey led to them going to the lower brackets. For the side, I think it's you who casted the NAOS versus Bolster Y game. I also am the one who casted the G2B versus Cerberus Esports. I could have a take on what Cerberus Esports did during their time. That's why they're in the lower bracket. For me, what happened for Cerberus Esports, they were trying a lot of picks. And that was the reason why they ultimately lost against G2 Blacklist. G2 Blacklist was doing a lot of meta champions, and it worked out so well for them, especially in the jungle. That's the biggest reason why you shouldn't experiment in the jungle, because you're fighting against one of the best junglers in the APAC region. But now, you can talk about NAOS.
Yeah, it was actually kind of the same a bit. Plus the execution and the scaling, the power spike timing of KT Roster Y was just more efficient compared to NAOS Esports. Oftentimes, we did see NAOS Esports making a bit of a mistake and then KT Roster Y just punishing it and then not letting go of the lead. That's how they became more stable in a way. That's why I'm just so looking forward to see how big of an improvement not only NAOS Esports has made, but also Cerberus Esports.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love about this too, right? Roster Y and the G2 Blacklist were the teams who really went the highs. They also were the team that went into the playoffs during Season 1. So you expect that experience, you expect that mental stability from these teams. And that's the reason why they're cut above the rest. But again, NAOS Esports and Cerberus Esports, what they need to do is find a way to exploit that to make sure that they would be able to use that for themselves. Now that they're fighting against each other, it would be a big challenge because this is their last chance.
Big challenge as well on the objectives, of course, from both of these teams. We see an interest for both of them on the Rift Herald, especially that both of these teams does really love making sure they get the early snowballing. Cerberus Esports not showing that much interest in Dragons, though, is interesting.
This is a knockout stats, right? This is during the playoffs only, right?
So far.
Okay, this is only a playoff stats. That's why I was surprised. 0%
0%
for Cerberus during the whole group stage? No, that's not possible.
Impossible.
Okay. It's a good thing that we've seen that. And you could definitely say we could definitely know what happened during their fight against G2 Blacklist, because most of the time, they have been giving a lot of early leads.
So much.
And that was a problem for Cerberus Esports. Once you give an early lead to a team like G2 Blacklist, you're definitely gonna lose in a lot.
Yeah, I mean, momentum-based teams are, well, one of the example is G2 Blacklist, and NAOS Esports love to do that as well. In the CN Confidence, we see a lot of those teams with the same format like EDG, FPX as well. As we look at the head-to-head, we see Mirmo and Genza be compared and see that Genza is a little bit higher on the KDA just because of how aggressive he is and how he is most of the time participating in all of the fights that Cerberus Esports has gotten. It's also more efficient in terms of translating that gold into damage, but we cannot deny Mirmo because he's just so impactful, especially because of his Ashe.
Yeah, and from what we're seeing here, Mirmo and Genza could definitely be pitted against each other. Genza picking a lot of champions that are very big carries, and that he is one of the reasons why they won during that one game that they won against G2 Blacklist, was because Genza was allowed to play the game. But when it came to the next games, G2 Blacklist, especially KD KD didn't let Genza play the game. That's why it ultimately led to Cerberus just losing against G2 Blacklist.
Oh, the pressure is high, and that's going to be the same blueprint that NAOS Esports is going to be attempting, right? Because they saw how big of a struggle Cerberus Esports experienced in that series alone, particularly Genza as well. NAOS Esports sees a win condition right now.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest win conditions that they could do here for NAOS Esports, and that's just one of the things that they can do as a team, as expected from Fate. But again, let's go to the stage first and listen to our host.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wild Rift League Asia. This is Yoho. Today we're going to have the round 1 of lower bracket of APAC region, which is Manila NAOS versus Saigon Cerberus Esports. One bullet, one shot, one best of 7. Who can stay in the game? Let's see. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Manila NAOS and Saigon Cerberus Esports.
The last loss was completely mistake on our part. Just need to adjust and play normally and I'll beat you all home.
With the message!
It's always funny. What's funny about this, right? In NAOS Esports, what's so funny about this is that Zalpa is always the one doing the trash talk.
Yeah!
He doesn't play. He doesn't. Fate is the one playing for the team. That just salt to the wound right there for Cerberus Esports.
Classic Zalpi. He's also always there with the celebration, right? He's always the one dancing around, being the one that is like the star. And it's classic NAOS Esports. Cerberus Esports, on the other hand, they're really wanting to redeem themselves. They know that they can do it. They have been very close into extending the series against G2 Blacklist. We saw the frustration as well on the coaching staff when they had that frustrating outcome of one of their games. And right now, they don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, and again, that's going to be the question here. What are they going to do here for Cerberus Esports? One of the problems here for Cerberus is the drafting. When it comes to the drafting, G2 Blacklist had them in a chokehold. And that's why that's not what they want to do when they're fighting against NAOS Esports, because NAOS Esports coach is also such a great coach in leading the team to get great drafts for them to work with.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, NAOS Esports, there was a time that many players, many teams got shot with the ash of Mirmo. Mitsura, very, very known for his Lucian, and it has to just be banned away just because of how good he is. No matter what the matchup is going to be in the mid lane, that's NAOS Esports for you. And Fate being integrated here, especially in this season 2, has been so impactful, especially because of the synergy that he does have with Margot.
Yeah, and this is one of the greatest things about the team here. What's great about Fate being integrated into the NAOS Esports roster is the calm, and also having their support Margot being able to work around it. Akali being available is not going to be a good thing here. What are they going to prioritize? The Evelynn? Okay, they're going to prioritize the Akali. We have an Evelynn open in this game.
Akali is going to be a big pressure later on towards the team fights, especially with its massive late game scaling. The perfect execution has always been a problem for the squishier targets. NAOS Esports now are going to be investing in lockdown champions. That is good that we do see the Lee Sin and the Camille. Galio can be picked up later as well, and the Cerberus Esports denies it.
Yeah, that's going to be another takeoff from their side. They're going to have the Lee Sin, and that Vi is going to be open too, so this is gonna be a good fight. There's a lot of champions that are open. Evelynn not being prioritized is something surprising for me, but that Lee Sin could have been a good answer for that Evelynn if that Evelynn was picked up by the side of Cerberus.
Ooh, this time the Vice and the Akali are gonna be helped out with the Galio. That's massive zoning control inside of Cerberus Esports. NAOS Esports this time has to pick champions that can chip down the HP of these frontline champions that Cerberus Esports has picked up so far. Ezreal is good for the pokes, but it's not yet enough for them to feel a little bit of pressure before they enter into a fight. NAOS Esports are the ones right now that is feeling the pressure for sure in the drafting phase.
Oh man, this is going to be hard here for NAOS Esports. Ezreal being open, yes, that's going to be a good champion for Mirmo. But there's still a lot of ADCs that are going to be opened up for Genza here. They still have, yes, as we said, the Sivir is open. The Zeri has been taken up. The Xayah, forgot about the Xayah being open. But it's a good thing that they got that out of the picture. But Cerberus Esports, with their draft, they already have a lot of CC. They have a way to get to the backline. Single target damage is not going to be a problem. So at least they would need consistent damage coming from the ADC. So that is going to be what they're going to look for.
Interesting. Nautilus is going to be hovered this time around. It is a great suppression champion. Maybe to target the Akali later on for NAOS Esports to find ways to easily burst down BMM. They can save the mid lane champion for later as well for Mitsura. Maybe the Corki is going to be good just because of the double poke potential of the Ezreal and the Corki as well to make sure they have massive scaling as well towards the late game.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. What is the ADC? Because they really don't have any choice anymore here. But that's going to be good. That's a Renekton. Always going to be a good pick. If it's against a Camille, they're going to go for the Tristana route. Interesting. You don't see this. CN Conference, you're going to see the Tristana come out. But here for Genza, okay.
Ooh.
They are a bit confident here.
Whoa, confidence as well? Wait!
Okay! Okay!
Didn't even hesitate for a bit. Just immediately locks down the Fizz.
Look at the high five after the lock in. Oh my!
It's as if
they confident here.
It's as if they planned this out. They were waiting for this moment. They were waiting for the Akali. They were waiting for the Tristana. They were waiting for not really much frontline champions. Yes, there is the Vi. Yes, there is the Renekton. But those can still be bursted down by the Fizz. And after the pokes, lockdown initiated. Burst as well is very capable of NAOS Esports.
Man.
They're going to be looking for fights.
I love this. I love this. I love that we always open up these possibilities of picking up pocket champions for those players whenever you have a game 1 of a best of 7. This is always what they do. In game 1, they're going to be picking what they want.
Yeah.
And that's why they let Mitsura pick his pocket Fizz in this game. And I'm really expecting a lot of great plays coming in from Mitsura here for the side of NAOS Esports. But honestly, you know what? The composition that Cerberus Esports has here is a composition that they supposed to have when they were fighting against G2B. This is how you should be playing your drafts when you were fighting there.
The much more stable one, great win conditions, lots of flexibility from early game towards late game. This is what Cerberus Esports want. This is a sign of improvement, and they're looking to implement it now.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a great chance for them to go about it. Cerberus Esports already starting to make sure that this game is not going to be easy for the side of NAOS Esports. This is going to be the first battle of the day, and I hope we have a lot of highlight reels for these players.
Ooh, highlight reels, we saw a lot during, I mean, not only
Last week,
just
right?
during the group stages, but especially during the playoffs. Lots of discussions as well on the outcomes of the games, analysis as well, also thoughts not only from coaches but also from the community itself, and that's just lively for Wild Rift right now, because these things that our pro teams are making definitely is being studied as well by our casual players so that they can implement it in their ranked games. Genza taking a bit of damage there from Mirmo is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, one thing that I've seen here for the reason why people love playing the Ezreal in their bot lane is because of the easy access to damage, especially in the early game. Early game, Ezreal is such a hard champion to deal with, especially when you are a crit ADC. But once you head into the later stages of the game, Ezreal would be really hard to maneuver with. Ezreal shines the most in the mid game, and that is what NAOS is looking for here. As much as possible, they want to take the first 2 objectives.
Yeah, and also just poke down the members of Cerberus Esports. Make sure they fully utilize the leverage that Ezreal can bring, and that is through poke, that is through burst, and that is through the difficulty that the opponents can reach him. Margo missing the dredge line, but it's okay. They focus on the wave clear. They can reset. They can play it a little bit safe because Vi is in the bot lane.
Yeah. It's sort of super low now. Taku looking for an opportunity to just find the kill. It's a good thing that Mitsura had an idea that somebody was there. But with what they're seeing here for the game's still stabilized. There's not going to be really big advantages from both sides. We're probably going to be seeing the action once we head into the point where Fate gets to level 5. Once he reaches level 5, the first gank is going to happen.
Oh yeah, especially that this is a Vi, this is a Lee Sin, early game champions. Surely for both of these teams. Top lane may be a hotspot as well for both of these teams, simply because the Camille and the Renekton does have some lockdown potential to help out the initiation or at least a follow-up of the Lee Sin and the Vi. Margo?
Margo gonna be the target. They use a lot of their skills already. Nowhere to burst down Margo. But that is one of the powers of a Tristana once you start in the early game. The early game power of a jump and the rockets right there would be enough to at least put you to low HP.
Yeah, just play it out safe for NAOS Esports, at least in the early game. Unless Fate does have some interest in ganking in the bottom lane. Mimo is gonna be fine.
This fight in the top lane is not gonna be good for Calm though. That's gonna be the way to pull out the dominance just because he knows that he can win the battle. And once he gets another Ruthless Predator, I think Calm is gonna be dead here.
Yeah. Mid lane?
Mid lane, they're looking for a push. BMM is gonna be there. First blood comes in. That's gonna be Mitsura taking it. Oh, there's the second kill.
They immediately answer back. Cerberus Esports is not gonna give anything without taking anything as well. And it's a 1-for-1 trade. But we see plates coming in the mid lane. Fate
that's good.
Helping out Mitsura, get a couple of gold. Aside from that, kill is massive for this early game.
Yeah, I think that was such a great play. Let's take a look at it again.
Ulti by Mitsura into a definite follow-up by Fate just to make sure they secure the kill. It was also Mitsura that got the last hit, which was very fortunate for the gold funneling.
Yeah, that's one of the only things that could definitely counter a Twilight Shroud is the Lee Sin. Lee Sin really is just a great counter to that. But again, the early game, what you want to do when you're fighting against an Akali is just to make sure that she doesn't accelerate. Because if she accelerates on getting all those items, that backline, that Azrael, is gonna get popped.
Oh yeah, I mean, they have to find ways to be... they need to be very creative in the positioning later on. Not only for NAOS Esports, but also for Cerberus Esports as well. Because both of them has really good entry towards fights. They have the lockdown on the side of NAOS Esports. They have the penetrating power on the side of Cerberus Esports as well. Just because they have 3 front lines in total that can actually soak damage. And that's really scary for the 5-minute mark fight. It is about to happen the next 30 seconds. I think NAOS Esports would prefer to secure Herald.
Yeah.
Top lane.
Ooh, the timing's just right though. This is gonna be a good one though. Taku was able to pop in the Dominus. Goes in for the push with the flash. Taku doesn't have anywhere to go. Waiting for that Ruthless Predator in order for them to get the kill, but he's not gonna be able to. That's gonna be a kill again top side.
That's a lot of respect that they're giving as well. Just making sure they secure the kill without sacrificing anything.
Yeah. Gonna be objectives being available. They'll have some time here. The Vi is already there on the dragon. But they still want to get the kill first. Just trying to push back. But now Esports doesn't have any answers here for this dragon. So they're just gonna go for the trade.
Alright, so it's not 0% anymore for Cerberus Esports in the playoffs.
Yeah, there you go. There's the first dragon.
Congrats.
Yeah. Gonna go for the fight. Heroes and just at the top side. BMM's gonna be the target. Perfect execution timing's just right. BMM is gonna fall. Fate was able to get away. No more flashes for Duck B and Taku, so they're not gonna be able to reach him.
Dragon secured here, but Cerberus Esports definitely they are banking on the scaling right now. It's a good job that Fate was able to secure the Herald as well, so that they won't be giving 2 objectives towards Cerberus Esports. But they need to be able to use it right now. Mid lane is gonna be unlocked for sure with the Rift Herald, and that's not gonna be a problem at all for NAOS Esports.
Yeah, that is going to be a Rift Herald being taken. It'll be easier for them to take down all the objectives as much as they can. But let's take a look at this replay again.
Yeah, it's a great follow-up coming in from Doc B to make sure at least they secure the CC. However, NAOS Esports still securing a kill with their maneuver. They're very fast.
Yeah, that charge BMM not going to be able to move in. That's what you want to do whenever there's an Akali.
Just the follow-up is going to be there all the time for NAOS Esports. You have to keep watch of every angle.
Yep, Calm's gonna be the target. Was able to get the hook shot. Nice flash from Taku! Just for them to counter that, and that is another trade kill top side.
They want more!
Doc B is gonna be next. But that burn damage from the Ignite, is that gonna be enough? No! 1 HP for Doc B.
But a second charge by Shelly is actually huge for NAOS Esports. They focused into the bottom lane to make sure they get the maximum plates possible in a single tower, since the mid lane already took some beating, and now they had the second charge as well in the bottom lane tier 2. They're still gonna replay in the top lane because the suppression is definitely real. Vi has 2 crowd control, and the block on the hook drop is just cherry on top. Desperation comes through with the Hextech Ultimatum, but there's nothing you can do at this point.
Yeah, wasn't able to just go anywhere. That's what you expect whenever you're playing against a Vi. Once you get locked in, especially with a Renekton, easy kills are gonna come out from that. And they could just leverage this advantage for the next couple of minutes, or rather the next couple of minutes, yes, just because they could definitely get some easy kills out of that just for them to traverse this goal gap that they have.
And they have to, well, for Cerberus Esports, they need to find ways to chip down the goal.
Oh, so fast. Taku's gonna be going in. Still has the dominance, which on the water is not enough damage. Won't be able to reach. BMM won't be able to get there, and that's gonna be Marco being the sacrifice here.
Great follow-up coming in from BMM. They know that something is going to be happening into the top lane. Duckby as well helped out, and NAOS Esports completely got denied of that gank.
Yeah, not gonna be able to get the kill. Mirmo might be the target here. They could go for a cease and desist, but Fate is also in the area. Damage are not gonna be there, even the explosive charge. Wow, what, Mirmo? That damage is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Ezreal things, right? But it's also just Mirmo being able to scale faster than ever.
Calm dead? I think Calm is gonna be dead here. Oh, it doesn't have the ultimate just yet. That's why. Not gonna get the kill, but the push in the mid lane is gonna work. That's gonna be another kill to decide right here if NAOS Esports Duckby is gonna fall.
And no one can help out to allow him to be safe in the mid lane. Fortunately for Cerberus Esports, despite the ganks that NAOS Esports is giving at them, it's still not enough to actually create more space, create more gold leads for NAOS Esports. They actually were able to recover.
Cease and desist goes for Margo. Not a good target. Very tanky. NAOS Esports won't be able to get anything except to back away with their flashes. Great defense for Cerberus.
Great defense. They managed to reduce the damage being taken there by their tier 1 tower. Top lane is gonna be destroyed, but it's okay. It's better than losing your mid lane tier 1.
Yeah.
Cerberus Esports is definitely making sure they hold their ground there and prevent NAOS Esports from breaking that tier 1.
Yeah, that's one of the problems of both of their compositions, though. They don't really have a great amount of wave clear, except for Genza, for example. And even in the side of NAOS Esports, they really don't have anything. Ezreal is just going to be chipping away at those minions. Once those minions pile up, that's going to be a problem for their side. So this is something that's going to be bad for both sides. So we're going to take a look at how long this mid lane is going to stay here. Because with no wave clear, it's going to stay there for so long.
Ooh, which team will secure their mid tier 1 first? Will it be NAOS Esports or Cerberus Esports? Duckby, still fine.
Goes in for the stun. Dredgeline's not going to hit. Prediction was supposed to hit it, but Duckby hit the Justice Punch a bit too late.
NAOS Esports this time is wanting to deny the soul point here of Cerberus Esports. Ragada spun up to Y1. At least we'll spot up the ward established there by Margo, as the junglers will secure their buffs first. Y1 was the first to check here in the area of NAOS Esports. They know they have the leverage. They have the power spikes already, and Mitsura, when trapped, cannot be able to burst down someone here.
Ooh, they still want to go for the dragon. They're going to be denying Cerberus out the fact that they can go for the soul, but it's not going to happen. Right now, they're starting already to fight. 2-shot barrage damage coming from their side. Genza is going to fall. That's going to be a kill, and they're going to move forward. Damage is going to pile up, and Duckby's not going to save his teammate. Duckby's going to be the next one to fall. That's 3 people down, and NAOS is just going to secure this for free.
Yeah, the Camille was doing so much in the fight as well. Calm was distracting 2 members, both BMM and Taku.
Yeah, damage gonna go there. From the water's not available. BMM still wanting to go for the kill. Shuriken Flip's gonna come out. That damage, Mitsura is not gonna survive. With the flash coming to their side, BMM almost dying. But will still be able to survive here. Red buff, not enough.
That was so close though. And Cerberus Esports really was angry after that outcome. We look into the stream and see the damage of Mirmo definitely blowing up Genza in a split second. And then just a follow-up coming from the rest of NAOS Esports. No one was actually there for Cerberus Esports because both BMM and Taco was trying to chase down Calm.
Yeah.
2 versus 1, but it's so NAOS Esports got them in the fight.
Yeah, as much as they could, they want to get this early game advantage against most of the other squads, because if that doesn't happen, that's gonna be a problem for their side. They don't really have any leverage to go for the late game, because once they hit the late game, damage is not gonna be enough here for NAOS.
Let's see what's gonna be their plan next.
Ooh,
Red line.
Gonna go for it. Duckby won't be able to just this punch away. Gens is gonna be the target of that death charge, but they still got the knockoff from some of the members. This Hero's Entrance is gonna be the lifesaver, but it's not gonna pull through.
Yeah, he went to the sky but immediately dropped to the ground as well. Now Esports having numbers advantage should start this Baron already.
12
and it's
minutes.
dropping down so quick because it's just spawned up.
Yeah, Marco's just gonna be here to stop them from pushing. They're gonna go for BMM. Not gonna get away from this. That's gonna be a lot of damage on their side. Y1's gonna be next, but they're not gonna be able to pull through. Taku is just gonna be holding his ground, but he's not gonna survive in the end there. Great buster shot coming from Genza, but not enough.
Yeah, they managed to secure 1 kill, but that's only one they've gotten. And NAOS Esports has secured 2 rather, and they have secured the tower as well. Right now, the second one is gonna be destroyed as well. Cerberus Esports is losing too much, too fast.
Yeah, that's gonna be on the water. It's on Genza. It's not gonna be able to move. Just one combo when he's dead. Now Esports is gonna be taking the inhibitor turn down to the mid lane. They're gonna be going for more kills, and that's gonna be more stasis. It's gonna be used, but it's not gonna work to NAOS. And 12 minutes, we already have open mid.
After securing the Baron, they secured 3 kills, make that 4 as well, and 3 towers in a span of 30 seconds. That is insane rate of development here on the side of NAOS Esports, and Cerberus Esports cannot do anything. We look into this replay and just see how strong NAOS Esports is, and confident as well, just punishing every bit of overextension that Genza makes. When you come too far forward, you're just gonna drop dead, and they make sure to make Cerberus Esports regret every bit of that decision. 3 kills, and they even got the inhibitor. Now they're ahead by 7,000 gold.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why this Lee Sin from the Hands of Fate is such a very great champion. It's really hard to take them down in the early game. Genza wants to go for the kill, though he just one-shots it. If ever he needs it, it's not going to be able to pull through. Cerberus Esports failed to defend the top side, so now they even have an open top side.
Oh man, this is a lot going through on the side of Cerberus Esports. They need to find ways to slow down the pace, because NAOS Esports keeps on getting what they want. This is an incredible swing of momentum right now for NAOS Esports, and that's just everything happened through the mid lane fight.
Yeah, that's gonna start again. Rushline's gonna hit. Gonna be slowing it down. Fate doesn't want to go in, doesn't have a lot of damage though. They would need Mitsura on this battle, but they're waiting for the right timing. That's gonna be a true shot for Raj, but not gonna be a fight.
Yeah, only Duckby, and he is very tanky as well. NAOS Esports is just gonna be waiting for the last Elemental Dragon to fully deny any sort of scaling comeback here for Cerberus Esports. And this, Tristana is just too far behind. The Akali as well of BMM only has 2 items. Make it 3 including the boost and the enchantment as well, but it's not enough to actually pressure anyone from NAOS Esports during the team fights. Yeah,
4 items in Mitsura. That's crazy.
Crazy!
And BMM only has 2.
10k?
Yeah, that's so much of a lead for the squad here. 6k gold. And that pretty much tells the story of how this game went. Mitsura just went crazy. Easy setups, easy executes, and that's what you want whenever you have a Fizz.
High value on the last pick Fizz, definitely for NAOS Esports. It was scary at first because Cerberus Esports were really finding ways to pin him down early into the game, but he just maneuvered everything away and made sure he got his moments right.
Yep, Y1 looking for a bolt breaker. Not yet gonna work here for the squad. Threw in the true shot per botch. They don't have any more. Gonna be taking some time here. Y1 needs to take their time before they get the strike, and they need to defend every lane just because it's pushed already. So that's gonna be for free for NAOS Esports.
And then Mitsura just went straight into the top lane since they have a big wave as well, and just dragging along the whole Cerberus Esports squad.
Baron.
It just sneaks towards the Baron. Easy taking for NAOS Esports again.
No vision, no anything for Cerberus. That's gonna be a free Baron with 2 dragons on their name. NAOS Esports could definitely end this right now.
Yeah, they can. They are very, very loaded right now. They have 2 choices, right? They can end this right now since all the inhibitor towers are destroyed already. Or wait for the Elder.
Yeah, they're gonna go. Mitsura is gonna be the target. They can go for the kill here. Jump
No
the
way.
waters!
No way!
To kill them, and that's why Mitsura was able to do that. They can go for more gold. They can still get the kill. Mitsura is just gonna end his life. One more, and that's gonna be a kill. Mitsura turn things around, and they get more. Triple kill for that guy. And Bait wants to get more, and this could definitely be what they wanted. And this game 1 was just the Mitsura show, getting everybody on one shot, on one combo. And this game, it's gonna be done. Game 1 is gonna go to NAOS.
Oh man, Mitsura! That guy, this mid laner of NAOS Esports definitely putting up a show with the Fizz. Even securing a triple kill in the top lane. That retaliation and that help, the aid by Marco though is top notch as well. And he was just toying with Cerberus Esports.
Was
definitely a performance by NAOS Esports.
So funny though. Mitsura almost getting killed. Then Gensa gets turned around. Then he lives in the end. Oh my, he was so ahead. That game, if we're gonna take a look at the damage and we're gonna take a look at how much gold he had, we could see what happened that game once we get the scoreboard here, because that could definitely tell the story why he one-shots everybody that game.
I mean, we saw his items a while ago, right?
He had 4 items.
Plus
Yeah. It was crazy. It was so much of a lead that honestly that game, he could definitely do anything. He could go for that 1v3 anytime and he could still win.
That's what they call loaded. That because Mitsura was loaded AF.
Yeah.
Then you can just burst down anyone, and not much can actually resist his damage. We talked about this during the drafting phase as well. At most, maybe the Galio, but the rest cannot resist the damage of Mitsura. 31 and the highest as well in this game.
Oh man, and also Mitsura getting 31k damage. Look at this, he got the most gold, 17k gold that game. Most damage, most kills. He had everything that game. Most damage taken, he's not gonna get that. I think the only thing that he needs is that reward, and we see faces of Mitsura in this lower right side of our stats.
Oh yeah, I mean, one thing, we saw him a while ago just being so chill during the drafting phase, just even smiling, thumbs up in the camera a while ago as well. And some celebrations as he locked in the fizz. And yeah, it definitely showed why.
Yeah, he was ready for that game. He was ready for that game. When they locked in the Akali, they were ready for that Akali pick that is gonna come out. And that's why they pick up the Fizz, they pick up the Lee Sin, and even the Camille. BMM was not allowed to play around the Twilight round.
He was not allowed to move at all. Once you go in, there's no getting out, and that's the name of the game.
The gold lead that they had this game was all because of the BMM and Mitsura gold lead that we had there. Oh my, this guy. Mitsura was so good this game. 9-0-6. Didn't even die once.
Yeah.
Oh my.
9 KDA as well. That is a massive for sure, and definitely is going to be messing with the minds right now of Cerberus Esports come next game.
That's going to be hitting their mental this game 1, and I hope that they would be able to turn things around, everybody. We still have game 2. We're going to take a short break. See you guys in just a bit.
Feel the thorns embrace. Death is in bloom. None will escape my grasp.
See, it's just a scarecrow.
Game number 1 was definitely a one-sided beatdown that NAOS Esports gave towards Cerberus Esports. But let's see what's going to be the adjustment of Cerberus Esports, especially through the picks, and how they are going to be respecting the fizz of Mitsura right now.
Yeah, and I hope we see it for this game. How are they going to turn things around here for the side of Cerberus Esports? Because right now, they definitely have a chance to turn things around, but I hope that Coach Lucid from NAOS Esports is ready for that Dr. Mundo pick that Y1 could definitely pull out. So, yeah, that's possible.
Oh, yeah. Zoe's still gonna be respected. They are gonna retain on blue side as well. It's quite interesting for me since NAOS Esports definitely showed a great surprise towards them a while ago with the last pick, Fizz. They might need to take away the Camille as well of Calm because he was so impactful in the game. It wasn't as shown as much, but he was actually making sure that they have the numbers advantage in a fight as he was dragging along the carries of Cerberus Esports towards him.
Yeah, and I hope that we see it a lot more here, Young. That the power of, supposedly the power of Genza could have turned things around there, but the Tristana is not going to work here in this game. But like, taking a look at the ban, it's definitely going to be different this time around, because with what happened last game, Akali being open, that was a bait for them to get that Mitsura Fizz pick that they had there.
True, that was an incredible bait coming in from NAOS Esports. This time it's and we talked about that a while ago as well. It's gonna mess right now with the picks and bans of Cerberus Esports.
Yeah.
Should they respect the Fizz? Should they take it away? Should they still lock in the Akali? It's going to be much more difficult now for Cerberus Esports to decide on that factor. But on the Vi, I think it's still gonna be great for Y1. He's a great initiator here on the side of Cerberus Esports. It can still be followed up later on with either the Gragas or the Galio.
Yeah, and with Y1, okay, just going for the buy. They could get the Akali for Mitsura. That's not gonna be good. If Mitsura gets the Akali himself, this would be a different game all over for this side of NAOS Esports. Because when they pick the Vi, that signals a lot that they're not gonna pick the Lee Sin anymore. They could go for the Akali first, then pick the Lee Sin after.
Oh man, this is again just layers of preparation of NAOS Esports.
Oh no.
Just because of the Fizz pick, Cerberus Esports is not anymore comfortable in picking the Akali, and it opens up for Mitsura right now. Oh, it's just mind-blowing. What's gonna be the approach of Cerberus Esports though? How would they counter this Akali pick? Galio is one way, at least to zone out the Akali, suppress him as well. The Vladimir can also deal some AoE damage, but it's still not enough.
Yeah, it's still not gonna work as we expect here, Guillaume, because in this game, there's definitely a lot of ways for them to just turn things around here with this composition. This is a lot of champions that are already good by themselves. So the Camille Akali, they could definitely kill the ADCs as fast as they could here.
Yeah, this is, again, just great preparation of NAOS Esports, great execution right now, and just the mind games working for them against Cerberus Esports. At this point, they can still decide on whatever support they are going to be picking up despite the bans here of Cerberus Esports, because Alistar is still available, Gragas is still available. If you ban either one of those, both are still very, very okay for Margot to choose from. And it's also the Shen actually being denied. I think this is a much better choice, but it's not really going to be impactful that much towards NAOS Esports. They can still go with something like a Lee Sin and just run them through, just like game number 1.
It's going to be a different story here now in the second game. Cerberus Esports with having not a lot of damage though in their composition. This is going to be bad. Genza is going to be the only one who will have that early game damage. What are they going to pick here for the ADC? Because there's not a lot of choices now for Genza, because the Zeri has been banned, the Sivir has been taken off. They don't really have a lot of choices. Renekton, yeah, that's going to be a good pick. But what is Genza going to pick? A Quirky? That's going to be bad. That's gonna be bad.
Oh, again, just another squishy champion. Yes, this does have some zoning potential, does have some escape tool as well. With the Valkyrie, the package can work for isolating as well and some zoning. What we're talking about NAOS Esports right now that has massive lockdown potential. They even have picked up the Ornn, and now the Fiora is going to be locked in. This is going to be so scary. All the front lines now, Cerberus Esports, are going to be very vulnerable.
Yeah, and Fade picking up the Fiora too on the jungle. Oh my, this is a massive flex for the squad. Lee Sin is available and they didn't even pick a Lee Sin on their side. They just pick up the Fiora because they don't really mind. This is one of the problems that we have, right? When you have a composition like this, it's going to be a problem of having CCs. But when you have an Ornn and you have a Camille already, that's not going to be a problem here for the side of NAOS Esports, which is why this composition is kind of okay to work with. But now, having an ADC as a core key on the side of Cerberus Esports, they only have magic damage. Corki is only magic damage now, so you don't really have... They only need to itemize magic resist for this time.
And they're gonna be fine!
Oh my, what?
Plus, if they manage to take down the Vi, they manage to take down the Renekton, who's gonna deal AD now? No one. And everyone from Cerberus Esports is definitely going to struggle. One way that Cerberus Esports can also struggle is if NAOS Esports is gonna be able to successfully bully both BMM and Genza. And that is the only two scaling champions they have.
Yeah, they only have two champions that they could have here, but again, NAOS Esports, oh my, this is gonna be bad. And also, that's where the problem lies here, Gyeong, because the only damage that they could have in the early game is gonna be Taku. Y1 doesn't really deal as much. It's gonna be a CC that you're looking for a Vi, and Renekton is your only early game champion. And once he doesn't win that early game matchup in the top lane, this team is just gonna fall over in the early game, especially if ever they don't really go for that top side advantage. Margo to run away here in this fight, but again, now Esports is way ready, way ahead of what Cerberus wants to do here.
Let's see how Cerberus Esports are going to be executing this kind of composition. Duck is already low. Exhaust going to come through just to bully out Kenza. Again, just early game, level 1. Oh, this is not the greatest start here for Cerberus Esports.
Yeah, it's going to be bad for Cerberus here, especially in the early game, what they need to do. This is one of the problems here. Jungle pathing, people really don't mind what jungle pathing people do, but this jungle pathing specifically for the side of Cerberus Esports is not a good way to start. Because what you want to do is give Renekton as much advantage as you could, but because you started on the top side of the map, you're going to be forced to gank at the bottom lane, and it's going to be bad here. Top side already going for the fight. Ignite has been burned for both sides, but not a kill just yet.
Yeah, just some pressure that Taki is giving towards Calm actually is a great indicator that the Cerberus Esports bottom lane is still gonna be fine despite the rotation here of Y1 possibly just going towards mid lane or bottom lane, and it's gonna take some time before he reaches top lane and impact there as well. Yeah. He has to be very careful though of Calm. Later on, when Fate goes through there, it's going to be very, very difficult for this Renekton to survive.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of the hardest matchups that you need to fight against Taku. Ooh. Oh no! He got an advantage in that battle though. That's gonna be good for Calm here in the top side. Because once you lose that early game advantage as on Renekton, this is gonna be way, way worse for your side.
Yeah, so much worse later on as well as the game goes by. NAOS Esports has invested on 4 scaling champions. That's how scary this composition is. And it can also be perfectly synergized to actually work well in the early game as well. We saw how NAOS Esports performed in game number 1. Cerberus Esports definitely had a difficult time managing them. And since this composition of Cerberus Esports is very top side centric, they really need to make plays there. Y1 is going to be going in with the flash as well for the
Very
season.
smart.
Kondo is still being able to survive for so long. And BMM even helped out, but unable to get any kills.
Yeah, started with adaptive defenses. That is good for them. That's why he was able to survive there, just because of that one hit on Y1. And BMM looking to get a kill with the Tides of Blood in the Transfusion. That's not how you're supposed to work in the early game as a Vladimir.
Yeah, almost even died with the tower shot a while ago. Fortunately, he does have the blood pool to be able to negate that one auto attack. That was so close. They want to go into the bottom lane this time around. Genza had to flash away. Still's gonna be fine. Exhaust gonna come through though towards Duck B just to slow him out. And again, that's just massive pressure once again.
Yeah, that is what they want to do, just to pressure the lane as much as they could. They could have baited Margo there. But what happened was they turned around. Marco almost got the kill there.
Oh, that was so scary. And again, this is not the start that Cerberus Esports wants. This is not the start anyone would want that is supportive of Cerberus Esports. NAOS Esports definitely bullying them from minute 1. And top lane, they are denying constantly any approach of Cerberus Esports.
Yeah. Taco again, just trying to fight out Calm. What they need to do here, one of the best things that they could do for Calm here is just to make... Yeah, this is what they want to do. They want to, as much as possible, they want Calm to lose here. Y1 could go for a gank here.
He does spot him out.
Oh!
They are level 6. Hextech Ultimatum gonna be used. Unable to just escape. But here comes Fate with Grand Challenge. This time, Y1's gonna be in the bad spot. Combus was surviving for so long. Hero's Anthem is gonna be used. Can they actually help out? Taco's gonna be avoiding some of the damage. But Fate surviving for so long as well. Finally, he's gonna be falling down. Mitsura and BMM helping out. Calm is gonna be in a bad spot. Mitsura takes down the Vladimir. 2 for 2. Who will strive? Who will win? Mitsura is just gonna be walking away. Still has the damage here with a 5-point strike. Cerberus Esports actually getting the better end than that for Taku. They are also going to be able to flash in away.
4v3, that was a 4v3 fight and they were able to win, but no, never mind.
They want more. Mitsura hiding under the shroud, still can fight. Shuriken will connect. We'll just focus on the way to get the gold here and the XP as well. Taku can still engage. Can they actually do it? The flash is going to be coming through. One more on attack with a 5-point strike. Not going to be able to take him down for now. Fate doesn't have a flash this time around. We'll be denying that kill.
That jump shot in the middle! Oh man, I thought he's gonna go for the riposte play there. They launched the riposte if ever. That could have been a great kill, but you've seen the amount of micro skill that guy has, Mitsura? He was able to flash away just for him to deny the gank happening on their side, and now they're starting Dragon.
This is good for Cerberus Esports, but can NAOS Esports do anything in that? Mirmo has to walk away with the Arcane Shift as well, just because of that damage coming in from Y1. Can they fight? They have a ward on Genza as well. That's the charge. That's a knock up. BMM as well, being harassed here by Mitsura. Great, at least body block there by Taku. But the trade of objective is gonna coming through. This mid lane should fall down unless Cerberus Esports are gonna be able to deny that one plate takedown. That's good. So far, they want to commit though. Fate and Calm making sure they have the leverage here. Mitsura's also in the area, canceling the recall, but I don't think they are just going to be pursuing just yet. Genza though is in a bad spot. Heroes Enza's going to be used. Cease and desist as well towards Miramon is going to be falling down. Perfect timing by Cerberus Esports. Great punishment as well, and Margo doesn't have any mana right now. BMM is just in prime time to help out as well. He has to walk it out, but can he actually be able to do so? The answer is no, and Cerberus Esports gets 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be 2 kills on their side, and that was also because they started the fight. Mirmo making a mistake of going for an Arcane Shift inside the tower. That was one of the mistakes that he had there. Let's take a look at that again. What happened here is that they want to get the kill on Genza, but always remember, when you have a Galio on the other side, Hero's Entrance should always be on your mind that it's gonna be available, and that's why they got punished there.
And also just great positioning and timing by Y1, immediately punishing the Arcane Shift of Mirmo, making him regret going in. And that also denied the tower takedown in the bottom lane. But mid lane, they will be able to finally take it down, unlocking at least the jungle camps now of Cerberus Esports.
Yeah, too late there. Now they already got the tower on the mid lane. Advantage for the side of NAOS Esports, even though weren't able to pull through. Y1's gonna go in again.
And Assault and Battery gonna be used as well. Mirmo is just gonna be blown up. And now Esports has nothing to do right now here in this fight, unless Fate is just gonna be joining. Grand Challenge is gonna be used, immediately bursting down the Ornn as well. And that's 2 kills for Cerberus Esports.
Wow, too aggressive though. They have a lot of people there. Now Esports still choose to actually go for fight, but that's not how it's supposed to go. They should have just waited for it and just waited for them to have a lot more team, or at least just disengage.
Yeah, that was not the best decision coming in from NAOS Esports. Cerberus Esports knew better. They capitalized on it right now.
Yeah, and now what they can do here for the squad, Cerberus Esports could capitalize on the confidence that this team, NAOS Esports, had during Game 1, and they could potentially be able to get a win, snag a win against NAOS Esports.
Yeah, if we compare both of the ADCs now, Genza, despite that early heavy beatdown that he has received, is not really trailing that much behind compared to Mirmo, just 300. And this is a Horde that can poke out a little bit more towards the late game fights because they have the better front lines.
Yeah, what's so hard about this too, for the composition that they drafted for NAOS Esports, they really don't have a CC. Yes, the Hextech Ultimatum, we can make an argument that the Hextech Ultimatum is going to be good. There's the Call of the Forge God, but there's not really a lot, right? You can already take one, but what comes after? That's going to be the question. And the CCs that they have for Margot is not really that reliable compared to what they had for Cerberus Esports.
Yeah, absolutely. plus this Fiora, right? That doesn't really have any sort of crowd control except for the repose. If he's gonna be denying or blocking one of the crowd control Cerberus Esports, it's gonna be more difficult as well. But they have the late game skin. I think NAOS Esports is just gonna be playing this much more patiently than a while ago, because they're being punished too heavily already by Cerberus Esports. 6-2 is the kill score. Top lane though, Mitsura actually just leaving a dent there towards BMM and will be shoving them away. In the bot side though, just a fight, a new objective rises, and that's the red.
They got the takedown too. NAOS was able to steal it. And in this fight, as we can see from this game, what they can do here for the side of Cerberus Esports, because they're slowly scaling, right? They already are close to getting the second item, and that is when BMM could definitely do some damage after he gets the third item down. They're starting to fight.
Wow, Margo taking 2-3 punches there from Y1, and that's a third of his HP already. The tankiest member of NAOS Esports.
Yeah. What they can do here, as much as possible, they should find a way to make use of Fate. What you need to do when you have a Fiora jungle is to find a way to go to the side lanes, because with this composition that they've drafted, they won't be able to get easy side lane ganks compared to what Y1 could do.
Oh, this is gonna be a little bit more challenging for Cerberus Esports actually. Starting now, 10 minutes is, again, just one of the many power spikes that NAOS Esports is gonna be getting. They can interfere on the scaling objective here for Cerberus Esports, but it's going to be still tricky.
Yeah, it's still gonna be hard. Empty setup, what's gonna happen here? Cerberus Esports on the bottom side of the map. Different setups, different sides. Still have the package on their side. If ever they start this, it's gonna be good for Cerberus.
Cerberus Esports having a great ground here. They have the Scuttle Crab movement speed as well, and vision in the area. Calm gonna be initiating a little bit there with the tactical speed. Duck B is close. He's insist onto him as well. Execute him as the response. And Heroes enters the zone out. NAOS Esports, but still, it's not gonna be enough. That is gonna be the bad spot right now. And NAOS Esports is coming through at them right now as well. The damage is high, and everyone's fleeing from them as well. And everyone will not be able to escape. Everyone will die. And NAOS Esports also gets a dragon.
And if you take a look at that fight right there, Genza went in with the package, and what you don't want to do is do that against an Akali. Look at the replay here. Genza went in with the package, and he was cancelled, and that was a chance for Mitsura to go in, getting a double kill in the process. And that's why from there, it already started to go in favor of NAOS Esports.
It went so bad for Cerberus Esports, and they even they even left the dragon unscathed just for the NAOS Esports to be able to take it. And suddenly we see a big shift in gold lead now towards NAOS Esports. It was dead even for 10 minutes straight, but NAOS Esports...
What was that? That was so unfortunate. That could have been Cerberus Esports if they didn't make any mistakes in that fight, because they already have position. NAOS was in the back end, but now it's gonna start again.
They want to take down Mitsura. It's going to be very difficult. Oh, here comes the squad. Season is going to be denied. The Grand Challenge right now is going to be healing Mitsura up as well. Genza going to be next. An immediate takedown by NAOS Esports as well. Margus stacking the tower, and it's going to be allowing the rest to just take those kills. Triple kill as well for Fate. Just in time for this Baron tactic. You can take the tower right now because NAOS Esports is just going to get this Baron.
Another Baron at 12 minutes. They did it game 1, and they're gonna do it again. NAOS Esports are so good. Now that they're fixated on Mitsura because of that one dragon fight, they can use Mitsura as an advantage for themselves. Mitsura is gonna be getting a lot of that attention, and when that starts, Cerberus is just gonna flock into that guy, and they're gonna lose sight of what they need to actually go for.
That's the zone control of an Akali. It gets them baited off. 4-0-4 as the score. Rabadon's death cap completed already. Not only is he gonna be distracting the members of Cerberus Esports, he's gonna hurt them as well real bad.
Oh man, Mitsura is just making a highlight reel out of this series. I think he's just doing it for the highlight. He's just so good this game. Honestly, he probably woke up feeling great today, and that's why he's just getting 0 deaths on both games. Oh no, I just called it. I hope I don't jinx it that he's not gonna get 0 deaths here.
No, don't worry. We didn't hear anything.
I hope so.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Nothing was said. Nothing was heard. The game's not over yet. Let's see what NAOS Esports is going to be doing right now. Cerberus Esports still has a chance, though. We cannot discount them just yet. They have the power spikes as well. BMM can still deal damage later on, but not now. He's taking more damage than he's supposed to.
That meter enchant was scary.
Close.
Yeah. That could have been a kill if that hit, though. Oh, he actually flashed.
He actually went through as well. Fate gonna be the target. Since this is also the hero's end is gonna be to zone them out. And great denial as well towards Missouri. The man actually being able to take him down. That's gonna be successfully denying the undefeated streak or the no casualty streak there of Mitsura.
Oh no.
And we're sorry, Mitsura. We're definitely sorry.
Yeah, and there's the streak down. Ball breaker.
Denied! Style points by Fate.
I thought that's gonna be it though. He was waiting for that ball breaker and that riposte could have been the timing. But now this is what they can do. Cerberus Esports with this advantage, usually NAOS Esports, they press for whenever they get advantage, they press for more. And that is one of the reasons why sometimes they trip up. And Cerberus Esports exploited that during this one fight that we've seen in the top side and the bot side. And that denied them on getting those inhibitor turns. And that's a good way to go about it.
Yeah, they can still stall, they can still delay, they can still scale for Cerberus Esports. Yes, they are down by 4,000, but at 15, at 16, at 20 minutes, that's not gonna matter. And they're just waiting for, again, the mistakes of NAOS Esports. They know they have more crowd control, they have more setups, they have the greater punishment capability as well. They can easily burst down Mitsura right now, especially that they have anti-healing. They have as well the items being picked up right now by both BMM and Genza. And NAOS Esports has to be more careful now.
Yeah. Let's see what's gonna happen here for Cerberus Esports. They can slowly take this over. A 4K gold lead is not bad whenever you have a Corki and a Vladimir on your side, but the problem still lies. The only damage that they can really look forward to is gonna be AP damage. And look at how they're gonna itemize here on the side of NAOS Esports. They're gonna just build a lot of magic resist. So the damage coming in from Cerberus Esports is not gonna be a problem, even if you go to the late game. Taku
being chased out. Mitsura as well just gonna be pinning him down despite the Ruthless Predator. He is the prey this time around. Fate though might be in a bad spot. Meter Enchant Fate still survives with 1 HP. Finally it's gonna be taken down and Cerberus Esports should get this dragon unless NAOS Esports can still go into this fight. Tactical sweep with the hook shot as well. BMM going in with the Tides of Blood as well. The steal by Virgo on the dragon. Thank you for the leash, it says. And NAOS Esports is not done. They want to secure kills. Genza's just gonna be last and Mitsura is looking for him as well. Fortunately he was able to dodge that shuriken. It's still gonna be fine, but again, NAOS Esports just miraculously getting the fight and the objective.
I want to see a replay of what happened there during that fight, because from what we've seen there, they didn't really use their spite on that fight, and that's why NAOS was just able to take it during that battle. But again, whenever you're fighting against a Kakali, you always need to be careful, especially when you go to the Dragon's Pit. You could be an easy target for Mitsura.
16-minute Baron.
Genza, what?
The very same thing a while ago. Genza, no! This is what happened last time against G2 Blacklist and he died again! Oh, I mean, that was a good attempt, but you can't really do anything with Fate there.
What? Wait, what is happening? Why did he do that? Oh, this is not gonna be good though. When you do that, that's a big indication that he's probably tilted at this point.
I hope not, but it seems like that as well. And now Esports, since they have the numbers advantage, it will take time, 30 seconds before this 4K respawns. No one's gonna be able to defend the base. I mean, they don't have the long range, folks. Baron and Baron minions are gonna be much easier to push towards towers. They're doing it right now on all 3 lanes too. And Cerberus Esports, oh man, this is not a good sign.
This is not a good sign, and also because of that, he's too late to defend this. That's gonna be a tower down their side, but they're gonna go for a cease and desist.
But no one's gonna be there to follow up. BMM can, but who else? No one. They don't have the Corki finally. Genza is gonna be defending the bottom lane, but Calm is just gonna be calmly securing the skill under the neck, and Taco's not gonna be able to do anything despite everything that he's trying to do. Mitsura as well, just wanting to give Genza a one-sided beatdown. Yeah, the base wide open! Style points as well! Cool guys, don't look at explosions. An explosive game as well for NAOS Esports. They just wanted to end this game right now. BMM going in with the desperation plays. Can they actually still defend? They have the leverage, they have the gold, they still have the waves. But a true shot barrage! Just completely denies it. And NAOS Esports 2-0 right now. 2 more games and they're just gonna sweep Cerberus Esports.
Oh man, as we said during this game, that's gonna lead to a problem. Once we head into the late game, building magic resist is the only thing that they can do here on the side of NAOS Esports. And Cerberus damage, it's not going to be there. It's not going to work out for themselves. And also, one of the problems here for the squad is because when they take the objective, that's going to be a problem because Genza is going to be probably tilted this game just because of those plays that they did. I mean, it's a bit too late there, but Mitsura, honestly, this games that we had, game 1 and game 2, he's playing so good.
Is playing so good. I think he only died once in the game.
Yeah.
In the entire series
We,
as well. That
we
is
jinxed
still
the 0
very-
deaths.
I'm
We jinxed
sorry,
the 0
Mitsura.
deaths.
We're
Sorry,
very
Mitsura.
sorry from the Sour Hearts. But again, talking
Yeah.
about Cerberus Esports, right? This is not a this performance and the reaction that we're seeing right now on their side is definitely not a good sign. We saw Genza as well going towards the back. It was a bit of an understandable desperation play, but still not the best move as well. You can just give the ban. It's definitely gonna be taken by NAOS Esports, and you could have just invested into defending the base since you're a Corki. That wasn't the plan there or the executing of Genza.
Yeah, and also the result of that, whenever you do that, for example, you died on that Baron take. Once you die to the Baron take, you're gonna be late on the defense that's gonna happen. That's why Cerberus Esports, it could have been better if they stayed as 5 on that last defense because they could have had a chance there. But because Genza was late, just because he died to the Baron take, they weren't able to defend their inhibitor turrets right there, and that ended in favor of NAOS Esports that game. Again, that was unfortunate. A 2-0. NAOS Esports, with this momentum, they could definitely take the series.
Oof. Now, the question is, what's gonna be the move now for Cerberus Esports? Do you remain on blue side? Do you switch to red side? Do you ban the Akari this time alongside with the Zoe and the Lucian? Do you fully try to ban the champions of Mitsura? Should you start banning the Camille of Calm as well? There's so many things, so many factors right now that is, affecting this performance and the score right now of Cerberus Esports. Mitsura as well, just again. It was 9-0-6 a while ago.
It's a normal day in Mitsura's day. Oh man, it's a normal day for him. Getting 8-1-6 today against Cerberus Esports. It's just 2 MVPs in a row. That is just so much here for NAOS.
And unless Cerberus Esports does something to pin him down, he's just gonna be getting more and more MVPs. Let's see if that's gonna happen, right? Because we still have a short break. When we come back, we'll see what Cerberus Esports is gonna be doing.
It's just a scarecrow. Aren't you afraid?
Step light, strike hard. Crack 'em like a tomb.
Welcome back, everybody, and we had such a great series for NAOS Esports. Cerberus Esports, not so much, because they need to turn things around in this next game. The drafting was good, but the execution was not there. Or rather, the drafting also was not great for Cerberus Esports that game, because they picked a Corki together with a Vladimir that game.
It was very complicated from minute 1 for Cerberus Esports. But we're starting to see some change coming in for their side. Maybe this is gonna be a good indication for Cerberus Esports switching towards the red side this time around. Still gonna be challenging though. You have to still take out the Lucian, possibly even the Akali, and yeah, finally we do see the respect. But
there
still,
you go.
They have so many champions that they can use here.
Yeah.
Calm still getting the Camille 3 for 3 this time around in the series.
Yeah, 3 out of 3. Yeah, there you go. Deny the SGL from Mirbo. He's gonna be forced to use the Ashe here for their side if ever they need a little bit more CC. And also, technically, it's also good whenever you have a Camille on your side. Taking down the Ornn, taking out the Ezreal is a good start in order to shake things up against NAOS Esports.
You have poke, you have AoE damage, you have late game scaling now, you have a proper engager as well that can soak lots of damage on team fights. That is good right now for Cerberus Esports. You can still pick up something like a Corki later on, unless NAOS Esports is just gonna be denying it from right now, as we just stated as well. And again, that's the one way to just minimize the amount of champions that Cerberus Esports can take here to funnel or synergize with the Ezreal.
They keep the Fiora. Is this gonna be real for them? They're just gonna give bait again this Fiora from last game. Because whenever you have a Camille and you have a damage champion, an ADC, for example, like a Corki, you would need somebody to help out in the CC department, or at least in a carry, on a more carry role. Because right now, people have been building Corki a lot more AP, a lot more nuke for their side rather than the classic ADC, just because of their scaling right now.
This is also great scaling on the side of NAOS Esports in general. Camille, Fiora, Corki scales massively towards the late game. Gwen is a good champion to be picked up. Finally, Cerberus Esports banking a little bit more towards the late game, and definitely Taku can utilize this well. Y1 as well, in case that this is gonna be going towards the jungle. And looks like they are just gonna be playing this a little slower than usual.
I can see the angle here that they're looking for. Gwen has been picked just so they can go double ADC on the side of NAOS, because this could go to Mitsura. Corki could go to Mitsura, and they could have another ADC for their side, but it's not gonna work right now. Varus has been banned, which is good. Ashe has been banned, which is good, so they can't do that anymore for the side of NAOS Esports.
Severe can still be locked in here on the side of Cerberus Esports if they want to go on a double ADC. Zai as well is available in case they want BMM to be able to use that champion and deny it towards Mitsuru as well.
Taco could go Jax. Taco could go Jax. Jax and Gwen against a double ADC is gonna be a bad side here for their side, because Vi is still open. That's gonna be a good pick here for Cerberus. And yes, as we said, they're gonna go double ADC. That's why they picked up the Gwen. But Cerberus could go for that Jax last pick. That's why they went in for that last pick.
They're waiting. They want to save the best for last here on the side of Cerberus Esports. NAOS Esports has to pick in blind right now and decide which path they are needing to take here. Support can still be Alistar if they want
Sona?
it. Or
what?
Sona?
The nerf
Despite
Sona.
the nerfs.
Yeah, the nerf Sona, they're gonna pick it. Pick the Yasuo. That's good. That's very smart. Yasuo against Yasuo and Gwen against this composition is gonna work so well for Cerberus. This might be the time that we're gonna see Cerberus may be able to turn things around here.
Yeah, this is great patience coming in from Cerberus Esports. They can match as well the late game scaling of NAOS Esports, and since there's not really a proper front line, zero
on a
maybe
double
the Camille,
ADC,
maybe the Fiora, but
no,
man, it's not enough.
No. This NAOS composition, I'm so surprised they picked a Sona on a. What is this? The problem here is, yes, it's good. Yes, that they have a lot of mobility. That's the only way to mitigate the loss of that frontline. But you have a double ADC in your composition. And not having a frontline is gonna lead to a lot of problems, because once the bruisers run away, This is not gonna work out for the ADCs.
It's every man for himself for a team fight in
Yeah.
case. Oh man, let's see though if the problems that are gonna be arising for NAOS Esports can still be solved by this team along the way. Because Cerberus Esports is looking so strong right now.
Oh man, this is hard though. There's a lot of arguments that we could use to make sure that NAOS composition is good, but honestly, overall, I don't know if it is. Sona together with Sivir is gonna be, it's not gonna be a good day here for NAOS Esports. As long as the only way that they can win this is if the stability of the mental of Cerberus is not there, and also if their momentum from the last game could carry over this game.
Oh, and so of course, Cerberus Esports doesn't want that. I think right now they're looking to be quite good. They're in prime position to actually leverage down in this game, make sure they catch up in terms of the score of NAOS Esports. They are 2 points behind right now in the series. Early game, I think it's going to be a little bit challenging for the laning phase. NAOS Esports can be aggressive as well. However, the Vi of Y1 can actually impact the solo laners quite early compared to the Fiora.
You know what? The value of Vi in this game is a lot higher. Just because there's a lot of targets that you can go for. Because there's no tank that you should...
There's no one to stop you.
Any season resist that he uses is going to be good, except for Faye. Just because of the riposte. But other than that, it's going to be having a higher value than usual.
Oh man, the zone as well, at least some of the projectiles can be blocked by BMM. No one's gonna be able to tank any damage. Oh, they have to play this in like a divide and conquer game against Cerberus Esports. Small skirmishes is the way to go for NAOS Esports, but big team fights, especially for objectives, they cannot contest at all unless they're like 5,000, 8,000 gold ahead. Maybe that's the only case, and they have to start now.
Yep, and for now, Cerberus Esports could definitely make use of this early game in their favor, just because they have a lot of champions that could really fight back against NASA's composition in the early game. So the first 5-minute objective could definitely go to their side, and they could choose whatever they want. If they don't want to have the dragon this game, they could contest for Rift Herald, and it's gonna be okay! Whoa! And the fight on the top side started with a first blood.
And the start of the leverage as well for NAOS Esports is starting. An early beatdown towards Taku.
Yeah, that's gonna be a first kill. As we were hyping up Cerberus' composition, NAOS gets a first blood.
Look into this replay and see how well it was made by Calm as well. Ignite, tactical sweep into a flash plus the enchanted first kill right there. And the auto attack, making sure it gets that kill.
Yeah. Cerberus Esports. Oh no. This is not gonna go good. Having lost against the Taku, losing against Calm in the early game is not gonna be a good start here for the squad. Level 5, we're gonna be seeing the first gank here for Y1. He's choosing his first target.
BMM in the mid lane. Wind Wall does work against Corki or any ranged opponent, but still Mitsura's actually returning an equal amount of damage. They have to be very careful in the bot lane.
Yep, Marco super low now. Go in for the ultimate, but it's gonna be the damage coming to the third side. They might be able to go for more. Genza is not gonna survive. Mirmo could go for the kill at 1-for-1, but Duckby doesn't have any more follow-ups. At least a 1-for-1 bot side.
Yeah, great dodge there coming in from Mirmo. That could have been a 2-kill advantage by Cerberus Esports in the bottom lane, mid lane. Mitsura just had to escape that onslaught of Y1. That was a scary position for him.
Yeah. Now for Cerberus Esports, yes, it's gonna be a good start to go for the kill, but now it's turning things around there with some kills for their side. It's gonna go good for their squad, but again, 3 minutes. We still are waiting for another minute before the first objective comes out.
Yeah, this is where Taku actually dealing quite a bit of damage, but is receiving too much.
If I can now, no, Duckby's gonna be next, and he could die. Burning on the head. He's gonna go for the cease and desist on the backline, but he survives on the backline. Duckby gets it, but Mitsura is still not stopping here.
Now 1-for-1 is gonna be good here for either side. Actually, NAOS Esports is gonna be loving every single bit of trades because they're gonna be getting the items that they need for the early power spike so that they can leverage down against Cerberus Esports. let's check that replay out because it was interesting how Cerberus Esports was the one who started it, but the turn coming in, the damage is absolutely insane.
That big one was the reason why that damage went there.
Yeah.
Oh my. And that's why here, Cerberus Esports, what they could do, wait for the next objective. They have been going for the Dragon. They could try to go for another objective this coming game. Go for the Rift Herald. Try to contest where Fate is going to go.
NAOS Esports, oh man, Fate's damage a while ago is off the roof, and it doesn't even have the Divine Sunder just yet. Where did that damage come from? Aside from the Grand Challenge, that was absolutely insane. Cerberus Esports definitely is going to be starting to respect this Fiora, especially with the sustain of Fargo later on.
Yeah.
Maybe they can find ways to have these front lines of NAOS Esports buffed up and be able to soak in some of the damage here, Cerberus Esports.
Yeah, they can go for this. Rift Herald, they go for the contest. Fate went back. So they don't have anywhere to go here. Cerberus Esports, good start for here. They're trying to contest this objective. Gonna come out 2k HP. They still have a chance to be able to take this. That's gonna be one on their side. Great use of the Cold of the Forge got to deny them the push, but Mirmo got a kill on the other side. And that's why NAOS Esports can still go in for more. Duckbee's gonna be next, and they can go for that Dragon.
So just for the Rift Herald, Cerberus Esports lost 2 members, and NAOS Esports still gonna be able to pick up the Dragon. That's not really the trade that you want to get when you're fighting against NAOS Esports.
Yeah, and I thought that they got what it takes in that next battle that they were supposed to go, but they were not on the same page. That's why they lost that. Rift Herald's gonna go to the top side, but this tower is not gonna fall.
I mean, they have to take down Calm.
Oh no.
And Calm's doing a really good job defending the tower as well.
No, they can't get close. They can't get close, man. That's why this tower is gonna survive.
Calm is doing this beautifully right now. They're gonna dive?
Denies in, sees synthesis. That's gonna be a kill. Great timing. And now this tower's gonna fall. Right start for Cerberus Esports.
Perfect timing. The burst was just there enough to deny the Hextech ultimatum of Calm, and then they got the tower as well. Finally, the gold is going to be better on Cerberus Esports now, though not really enough to catch up against NAOS Esports, but it's fine since they do have massive late game scaling, especially for BMM, for Taku, and Genza as well. That's where they can bank on later on. Plus, they are the ones that actually has a proper front line on their side, and NAOS Esports actually has to step up more in securing these fights, getting more kills, getting more gold.
Yeah, what they can do here is to make sure that the fight is going to go in their favor. NAOS goes in, gets the stun from Riposte. They have the ultimate Hextech ultimate onto the backline. Zuckby wasn't able to get the call of the Forge, got through, and that's why this is turning around in favor of NAOS. They don't have the damage. The last threat wasn't able to go through, and this just goes through in favor of NAOS Esports. That's 4 kills, and everybody survives. Never mind, there's 1 kill.
4 for 1, still better for NAOS Esports. Oh man, it's a landslide by this blue side team right now. Taku trying to capitalize onto the star, but it's not going to be taken down. Oh,
nothing is going in favor of Cerberus Esports this day. So this is just going in favor of NAOS Esports, and right now they're capitalizing. They're making sure that Cerberus is not confident with their composition in what they picked this game.
Let's look into this replay because, again, the denial is just there. Denial for the call of the Force God, denied for the last breath as well, denying the escape. Everything that Cerberus Esports attempted in that fight got denied by NAOS Esports. It was a better execution in general by this blue side team. That's 1 kill that they have secured, but only 1.
What I can say here is because the biggest thing about this is that Cerberus Esports has a better composition. I'll be honest with you, Gia. Their composition is way better than what NAOS has. And they're losing the advantage that they're supposed to have in the early game. Oh man, and NAOS is just taking over.
Man, you might just be right. What's happened in terms of the mental state of Cerberus Esports might be TARDIS right now.
Yep, Genza gonna be the target again. 4 people in the mid lane, and that's a free kill for NAOS.
NAOS Esports waking up on the right side of their bed right now is just making the right decisions at the right times as well.
Yeah, they still have it. Gonna go for the Call of the Force God. Gets a knock off on 4. They're gonna go for more, and they get the last spread in. Cerberus Esports is cooking, but are they gonna cook for more? Here it comes. Taku's gonna go in. Still doesn't have the needle work, but they still have the damage, and the explosion from Mitsura is gonna shut him down.
Denial of the comeback. Cerberus Esports will have to do much more if they want to come back here in this game because Mitsura is starting to unleash fire.
Y1's gonna be having the damage flash in. That's not a good start. That's gonna be a kill on the other side. Mirmo doesn't have any mana, and that's why he's gonna die in the hands of Cerberus Esports. This might be their chance. Margot doesn't have any more. The slow is gonna be enough, and Cerberus gets 3 kills for free.
Finally, may it be late, but that is still an ace that Cerberus Esports has secured. And look at the goal lead right now. It is being reduced, but they overextend.
Yeah, go in. That's gonna be a kill, and that's the turn in the favors again of NAOS Esports. But they had an unofficial ace for Cerberus, and that's a good start.
Yeah, they can also maybe finally take down this tower in the mid lane. It was a bit of an overextension by Genza a while ago as well, but it's okay. They managed to finally bounce back a little bit. May it be small, it is something still that Cerberus Esports is getting. And again, 15 minutes is the name of the game for this red side team of Cerberus Esports.
Yeah.
Later on, NAOS Esports, their lack of frontline is gonna be a big detriment towards their engages.
That's gonna be something that Cerberus Esports could leverage in this next fight. This Dragon is gonna go for free for NAOS Esports. Great stun coming in from Margot. That's gonna start the fight. The package was enough for Duckbeat to go for a flash. That's gonna be enough for a kill, and that is for free. And a Dragon gets secured by NAOS.
Dragon Soul almost completed by NAOS Esports. Cerberus Esports though.
Just surprise coming up, but what they're not surprised of are gonna be 4 people in their face.
Oh, no.
And NAOS Esports is just gonna go for more. Taco's gonna be the first one to go full, and that's snip, snip, snip. It's enough to kill everybody in the process. That's gonna be one more to the side of Cerberus Esports. 1v1. PMM dies, and that's an ace for NAOS.
They got the ace a while ago by Cerberus Esports, and NAOS Esports delivers the very same this time in a much cleaner fashion after securing a scaling objective as well. And they're gonna be denying the comeback here of Cerberus Esports one more time. It will take much more for Cerberus Esports to bounce back, especially that they're battling against NAOS Esports. This is a team that really has prepared a lot for today's match. They're the ones that has the momentum right now. They're the ones that are ahead in the series in terms of points, in terms of mental state. As of the moment, Cerberus Esports really has to step up, but so far, all that is happening is them getting stepped down.
Yeah, they're getting losses for losses here. I thought 1 step forward and 2 steps back is what's happening to Cerberus Esports here. And that's why NAOS is just capitalizing on it. Whenever they make a mistake, they make sure that Cerberus knows that they made a mistake, and they would just go toe-to-toe against them whenever it presents itself. So that's why here, at least now Cerberus Esports still keeping their stability and finding ways to get objectives, but now Esports has another plan, and that is to try and take this Baron very, very fast.
No teleport.
But if the Force God is going to be there, they're going to go for more. That's going to be a stun, and that's not going to work right now in front. Fate might die here, and that's going to be a 1-for-1. Jungle's still alive. Cerberus Esports are trying to turn things around, but the damage coming in from NAOS is just so much. Y1 is going to die by himself. He has a stasis, and nobody is here to save him except for his flash, and I think that flash is enough. Mitsuna goes in for a flash himself, and that's going to be the denial. Doc B is going to be going for more, and that is why they all died except for one.
And Taku has nowhere to go because he doesn't have teleport. He just went into the mid lane to push one more tower. But again, this is going to be still Baron secured by NAOS Esports. 4 versus 5 fight isn't really good for Cerberus Esports. But maybe he can do something miraculously alone. I don't think this is going to be good.
Yeah, going in for the needlework. Damage is not going to be enough because of the exhaust coming from Mitsura. And because he tried to go for it, I think that's the reason why he's going to die here. Flash to stun. And NAOS takes another kill.
They're so scattered right now. Top lane deny with the stasis.
Great stasis from Genza. Goes in, Arcane Shift. Everybody's going to come through. I think that's going to be 1 kill, but Fate is not going to make it. And that is going to be a 1-for-1. Never mind, Fate is going to get the kill. But right now, I think NAOS is losing a lot of their shutdown goals here.
Also, the Baron buff is going to be denied this time around.
Damage coming from Mirmo. Cerberus Esports, they still have some Baron on the side of NAOS, which is good.
Cerberus Esports, what are they to do? They are definitely not performing as they want to as well. Mitsura, Mirmo, both are very, very far ahead. Miles ahead from their counterparts. And this mid lane inhibitor tower should fall down. Taku just going to be doing his very best to clear out the waves.
They have a package.
Doing a really good job, but still, this tower should fall down.
Yeah, Mitsura. Okay, he doesn't have the package anymore. Now they can run away. BMM goes in for the Gwind Wall. Not gonna try and get the kill on Mitsura here. Not even gonna use the cease and desist. They're just gonna try to defend, but all their jungle being taken.
Everything is being taken right now by NAOS Esports. They can just wait for the soul at this point and just fully utilize the late game scaling potential of this composition that they have right now. We were nervous about the Sona pick, but so far they're not really showing that much vulnerability against Cerberus Esports. The gold lead keeps on ballooning on their side as well in Cerberus Esports despite their desperate attempts. All we can see are plain desperate attempts.
I was not surprised here, but they're gonna go for the fight. They go for the knock-up. They go for the last breath. All of their skills have been used already, but nobody has fallen just yet. On the hands of NAOS Esports, Cerberus Esports might fall one by one, and they can't even get any kills. The amount of healing that NAOS has is just so much, and they are just falling down like flies. Taku goes in for the needlework, but that damage is not gonna be enough. Riposte to the stun, and they are just gonna finish this game 3. NAOS Esports just made sure that Cerberus is not gonna get any game this series. It's a 3-0, and they still have one more chance.
A dominating 3-0 start. Match point, series point already for NAOS Esports, and Cerberus Esports definitely is not looking good right now.
Yeah.
They're on the brink of destruction. We see them scattered, we see them uncollected, and we see them undecisive as well. 2-3 times we have seen them engage onto a fight without Taku having any way to reach in towards the fight in time. It doesn't have a teleport enchant on his boots. He doesn't have anything. He's running it down every single time, and that led to Cerberus Esports losing multiple of their fights against NAOS Esports because they don't have the shred damage. Taku is actually the one dealing the most damage, or capable of dealing the most damage, but since it's not there, they can't deal damage.
Yeah, that's a problem with the composition though. Whenever you pick a Yasuo, especially in this level of play, you don't expect the Yasuo to be dealing any damage, effective damage at that. He's just gonna be a last breath boss, and even if they had a lot of knockups there, no big last breaths happened that game. So what you need to really understand in that game is that they really need Taku, but Taku was not there. It looks like the team was not on the same page even that game 3, because Taku was not there for like 4 major fights. And that was not because it's also a Taku problem. It's because they always engage even without Taku being there.
Yeah, and it was the biggest mistake that Cerberus Esports has made here in this game. They have the late game scaling potential. They have the composition built up for it. However, they weren't picking the right fights at the right time. They were doing the exact opposite of that. Well, the series is still not over. They can still come back from this. We have seen some games in which a team is able to bounce back and push towards a game number 7. It is very unlikely, very rare that we do see that kind of comeback, but we cannot deny that 1.001% that Cerberus Esports can still do it. They have to push everything to do. They have to invest everything to make that happen.
You know what? I was not surprised about only the Sona pick. I was surprised about the composition overall that NAOS picked up here. But they were able to make it work. And this composition is not supposed to work. Marco getting the MVP now. Mitsura not getting 3 MVPs in a row. And it's also a good sign because Sona this game, the only reason why Sona is so good is the Glacial Augment on Sona is just so good. Whenever you get a mini stun, it's gonna pop the Glacial Augment.
Imagine just using your passive auto attack and then it's also already a Glacial Augment.
You get a stun in that slow.
And well deserved.
Yeah, and again, everybody, that was just game 3. I hope we have more. I don't know if we're gonna have more. We still have a game 4. We're just gonna take a short break.
Step light, strike hard. Crack 'em like a tomb. I go where the trouble is.
Let's go. Sicker than the wizard with a top hat. So heavy when I drop it like a backpack. Chit chat, best stick it in a WhatsApp. Looking at the glitter in your Snapchat. What's that? You break like a plate in an earthquake on the first day, like a clown at birthday. Too late, gotta wait for the first one.
牛啊，这个球！菜呢？
Feel the thorns embrace. Death is in bloom. None will escape my grasp.
See, it's just a scarecrow. Aren't you afraid?
Step light, strike hard. Crack 'em like a tomb. I go where the trouble is.
It is time to determine if this is going to be the last game of the night and of the series, and we're going to be seeing Cerberus Esports goodbye. I mean, that's the worst thing that can happen for Cerberus Esports. The sky's the limit as well. They can still bounce back game per game per game, and this is the start. They are going to be transitioning to blue side again.
Still important for them to actually take a win here, or maybe even just find a way to have a reverse comeback after this whole 3-0 that we had. But so far, based on what's happening for Cerberus Esports, there's a low chance that that's going to happen. Momentum is at the high on NAOS Esports, and Cerberus has been making a lot of errors in the past couple of games that we had.
Yeah, a lot, definitely a lot. And we have to see more solutions than problems here for the side of Cerberus Esports. NAOS Esports seems to be unstoppable at this point. And there's so many things that you have to respect on their side. The Camille is one for Calm. I think it's going to be a great move for them finally to take it down. This is a good sign that we're seeing, right? The hover towards the Camille. Yes, there's still a lot of champions that Calm and Mitsura can use right now, but this is still a start.
Yeah, really a good start. Camille being denied here. Calm has played the Camille for the past few games, for past 3 games. And now he's going to be going back to Renekton in the top side. And this is going to be a different position here for NAOS Esports, not having the Camille. Camille was such a great tool for them to start snowballing the game.
Snowballing, isolating, making plays, outplaying even at certain times. Y1 finally has the better confidence maybe to finally use this season and make it work. This is every game very important for Cerberus Esports. If they win this game, they have to win so many as well just to push this to a game number 7.
Yeah, I hope we see a lot more here for the squad here, because for now, this is gonna be a Vi being taken down, and they're using the champions that Cerberus has been using for the past games.
Yeah, this again just NAOS Esports flexing their capability at this point. They know that they can fully utilize any sort of composition, any sort of champion that has been used already by this team and by Cerberus Esports during the past few games. They are just that good at this point.
Yeah. Now they can still have it though. Sona and Kassadin has been banned. Wait, what? They banned the Kassadin for their side because Mitsura hasn't picked yet this game. So from what we're seeing, they're gonna go for the Ornn, and wait, they're gonna double down on that Tristana pick?
Another Tristana.
I mean, they don't have a choice.
Is Vladimir gonna be picked up here? Or something like a quirky Zyra?
A Zyra! They go back to BMM picking the Zyra? Oh my, it didn't work well for G2 Blacklist. But maybe it could work for NAOS Esports, so that's what they were looking for here.
During their match where G2 Blacklist has won against the Zyra, Aaron did pick up the Corki, and that champion is still available today. Let's see if it's gonna be locked in. Orianna as a response.
Yeah, gonna go for the Orianna. And this is honestly having a control mage versus control mage in the mid lane. For me, it's not that. It's not that they have control mages. I mean, it's been a while ever since we had control mages in the mid lane, so this is a good play, and flexing the Orianna from Mitsura is also a good spot to be in.
Yeah, remember the time that we see way back in season 2, or at least in the season 1 of Wild Rift League, too many APs in the mid lane, too many or ADCs in the mid lane, APCs in the bot lane, and very, very slow-paced games unless the Xin Zhaos or the Lee Sins make some plays early into the game. Right now, it's gonna be much more standard control mages in the mid lane for both BMM and Mitsura. This is the attempt, possibly the last and final attempt of Cerberus Esports in this tournament to make something happen. Everything is on the line again in this series as NAOS Esports is match point.
Yeah, it's gonna be a match point for their side. What can they do? This is gonna be their last chance to stay in the tournament. They're both in the loser's bracket, and whoever wins this would continue their journey.
There's actually a scary wombo combo potential on the side of NAOS Esports. Call of the Forge God, Shockwave, the Vi as an entry as well, and the Renekton as well, into maybe a True Shot Barrage. And not much can be covered here by Duck B. This is a Nautilus that is quite tanky, but the rest isn't really. So Cerberus Esports has to really pick their fights.
Yeah. For now, NAOS Esports, this is the same game that they have been playing since a while ago, but now it's a bit of a change because this is the champions that they have been using in the side of Cerberus. So they would have a flip of the script here. Would this be the reason why we could tell that NAOS Esports was just a better team today? That's why Cerberus wasn't able to pull through with the composition a while ago.
Yeah, a while ago as well, right? Genza really was having a bit of a hard time in the early game, getting bullied a lot, getting poked down a lot by the Ezreal of Mirmo. It's the same matchup right now with the same position as well, but different supports actually helping them out. Maybe this Nautilus of Duck B can actually pave a way. Right now, the Red Line gonna be used, just zoning out Mirmo, using the Ignite as well to chip down some of his HP, but still, it's gonna be fine. Mystic Shot hurts so much.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming in from that Ezreal from this game. From what we're seeing here, this is one of the problems whenever you're using a Zyra and you're fighting against another ranged champion, is because Zyra skill takes a bit of time before they would be able to reach you, and that's why it's honestly really hard to fight against another ranged champion.
The pokes are really irritating. You don't really have much range in the early parts of this game. With the Predator gonna be used here by Comet still. Taco can fight back. Great timing though of that first skill. Waiting for the shield to be down before he used it as well. That helped them with the sustain, or at least the early trade. This time Duffy is going all in, forcing the flash of Margot.
Or flashing away, but now Y1's still gonna go for more.
tower should be diminished with some plates, helping Genza secure some of that gold. They spot out 1-1 as well. And, well, they're still gonna be fine.
Yeah. Still okay. Goes in for knockup.
Great damage as well coming in from Mirmo. That punishment. Again, they're just giving them a warning shot right now.
Yep. And now BM's gonna be the target now.
Cease and desist as well. And the follow-up by Mitsura. First blood by NAOS Esports.
This is the problem though, because even if you had the flash there, Fate was ready. That's why he doubled it down, Bolt Breaker to cease and desist. Not even able to do anything that fight. And this is one of the problems that Zyra, but Mitsura survives!
With the barrier, just barely getting the kill for Y1. Oh, that is so unfortunate. This time, top lane, again, there's just trades happening here and there, but not really too aggressive for both of them. Not much follow-ups as well from their junglers just yet, so they're just gonna be chilling here.
Yep. And for this, NAOS Esports would just want to play it safe here, at least to get the first objective. Once they get the first objective, knockup comes again.
Mirmo unable to follow up with the damage this time. Duckby is just tanking for Genza. I think this Nautilus is definitely the much better pick compared to the Galio a while ago.
Yep. And we are still seeing here for Cerberus Esports that they are still struggling on finding an effective kill for the squad. Even we expected it topside.
Y1 is gonna be here this time. Hookshot connects. No Dragon Trace just yet being used. They're waiting for the perfect timing. Almost gets Taku right there. Fate this time around though, it's just gonna be following up. They do get the kill onto the Lee Sin. Thank you for the leash in the tower as well. Losing a couple of plates.
Yeah, and losing also this amount of minions in the top side is going to be frustrating. For their side, Mitsura going to be chased.
Still is fine. Flash in, denying the root. And Mitsura survives.
Yep, and they still didn't get any kills out of all the skirmishes that we've seen. They're going to go in.
Flash in, gonna be used. Duckby will die with the Ignite. Genza though is making stuff happen. The jump is gonna be coming through. One more should be enough.
Genza.
And that's gonna be 2 kills for Cerberus Esports.
2 for 1 in favor of Cerberus. That's gonna be a good start for the squad. But look at this. NAOS Esports still has a 2k gold lead, or even though they got a lot. Look at the amount of platings that they're getting on the top side. That was almost 4 plates.
NAOS Esports still getting something. Despite losing a couple in the bottom lane, it's still fine. Net positive still for this red side team. 2,000 almost. 1,500 gold lead against Cerberus Esports. It's actually a great mark right now for NAOS Esports in the first 5 minutes of this game.
Yep. And for now, Cerberus Esports should just keep their cool. They should just keep the stability that they have today. Because they still have a chance here as long as they don't make any mistakes. Can still potentially turn this series around, but the objective already is out.
Tower might just be taken down here by Mirmo unless Y1's gonna be able to do something here. They spot on Margo, but that's not really the best target for Cerberus Esports. That is a tanky support.
Yeah, they're gonna start.
Dominus, cease and desist, immediate takedown on the side with a true shot barrage from downtown. The punch as well landing onto the astronaut. 2 kills. RH now for free for NAOS Esports taking.
You know what? Y1 can still go for the steal, but he wasn't able to hit this. But again, that fight just went in favor of NAOS Esports. Yes, they missed the Hextech ultimatum. They don't have a Camille now. But what's the next best thing? That is a Ruthless Predator coming in from Calm.
Oh, and this tower will be taken down early. They can still go towards the Mountain Dragon. Everything is just being taken by NAOS Esports. This is the best start right now of this game for NAOS Esports. Cerberus Esports. Again, this is very similar to the past 3 games that we have seen.
Yeah, and it's still happening. Dragon is available, but NAOS will be able to contest it right now. They go for a fight.
Vault Picker into a flash. Call of the Forge God gonna be used here into the Mountain Dragon. Can they actually secure a kill? The true shot barrage gets it. At least the Dragon still gonna be taken here by Y1. Assault Battery gonna be used here by Fate, trying to get onto 3. It's actually working. That's gonna be the Hextech ultimatum being used, but still unable to get anything here for Cerberus Esports. Mirmo is the one dealing the damage. Fate surviving. Second tower, make that a 3rd tower right now for NAOS Esports in the bottom lane. If ever they have the wave, finally it arrives.
Another tower. At 6 minutes, they get 3 towers. Cerberus Esports, how are they gonna turn things around? A 7k gold lead this early is gonna be bad for them. Let's take a look at how the fight started though. Calm, yes, almost died in this battle, but because they were too aggressive, Fate was ready to go and undertake everybody against the members of Cerberus Esports here. And what comes after is just NAOS Esports just being so ahead. That's why they're getting away with this type of aggression.
And Genza is not gonna get away. Let's see though. The barrage will not connect this time around. Com's still gonna be fine. The charge is gonna come through from the Orn. Y1 gets caught with the shockwave and might be taken down. Mirma gonna be joining with the Arcane Shift as well. Teleporting coming as well. The auto attack should be able to take him down. Still is able to smite away on the Grump rather. Solid Battery gonna be used for the second time. Taku still is okay. Tactical sweep for the slow and the heal as well, but he might be overextending this time around. Call the Torch God. Not connecting onto Y, still able to recall in time. Mirmo though is applying pressure. This is a scary position now. Now Esports just bullying them.
All of them. Oh my, this is just crazy. Now Esports just took down everything out of the hands of Cerberus Esports. 8.8k gold lead at 8 minutes. And that is such a massive gold lead that they have today. Not even the second objective. But right now, because they are so ahead, they can get away with this types of aggression. They can't even get away, far away from their base. And Cerberus is just struggling this game.
Struggling. They're being very, very desperate right now. And as Esports getting everything is such a great sign. The kick gonna come through. Taka should be able to follow up. Never mind. Still, Mirma is able to escape. And Y1 is the one with a lower HP threshold at this point. Top lane, Genza is just gonna be taken down. Duckby cannot do anything at this point to protect him. And that's the position that Cerberus Esports is in right now. Charge gonna come through. Taku should be fine. Never mind. The shockwave is dealing so much damage. And Mitsuna will still take the kill.
Yep, that's a lot of leads. Coming into their squad, Margo. Oh my. Margo could only do all of those aggression is because they're confident that they're not going to get killed by Cerberus at this point.
Every time he sees an enemy, he just charges straight at.
Yeah. Every time. Let's take a look at this replay though. How it all started was Genza got caught again. And this is why Vi is such a high value champion, especially for CN conference teams. It's because of how easy it is to execute those types of plays and snowball into a big advantage. And this game is a testament to how good Vi is in the meta right now.
NAOS Esports getting a big advantage, a whopping advantage, 10,000 at 9 minutes. And the Nautilus is definitely not gonna survive at all here at the state of the game that NAOS Esports just keeps snowballing. 1,000 gold per minute as a lead is insane.
It's so big of a lead here, and even 10 minutes right now, Cerberus Esports wouldn't be able to contest this, even of how far ahead they are. Margo gonna go for it. Gets the knockup.
Get caught. Oh no. Charge as well did connect. That's the brittle auto attack as well. Taku running not on the right side of the map and will get taken down.
Oh my, that is just... this is so bad. This is so bad for Cerberus Esports. Gonna be going out not in a flash, meaning so fast. It's so fast. This game is so fast. A 4-0. That's not how you want to go away in the playoffs. But top side.
Yeah, immediate proc by Com on the Dominus. Gonna be flashing in. Unable to get the Router's Predator on again. This should be able to take him down now. Stasis gonna be used by some time. Still, it's okay.
Yeah, what he did was smart. He took down all the minions with a shockwave.
Oh! Mitsura still gonna be fine. Y1 gonna be flashing out. The Arc just transitioning onto the Nautilus. The charge also gonna be connecting. Genza unable to connect the damage. Mitsura still gonna be surviving. Margo doesn't have any mana flashing out as well. It survives! And the bottom lane is being pushed already by both Mirmo and Fate. They were able to take the support down, but still not really the best trade for Cerberus Esports. Tower for Inhib. Now Esports wins still.
Oh man, this is just so sad for Cerberus Esports. Yes, they were able to get one, but the inhibitor turret in the bot lane is a lot more valuable in this game. Ocean Drink is going to be up, and this is not going to be contested by Cerberus Esports. Yes, they can peek a bit, but Y1 could definitely start this if ever he wants to, but he's not going to go because there's no vision here.
No vision, and it's too scary, too risky to take anything away for NAOS Esports. They're just too strong at this point. 12 minutes in, they are definitely well ahead in this game, denying now this whole point of Cerberus Esports as well. And they're looking for more fights. A stolen battery as the Call of Fortune gets called through. An immediate takedown as well onto Y1. Duckby and Gensa might actually be next. They have to fall back. Taco's in the vicinity. Can they actually engage? Tactical sweep could have coming through still on
Baron again. 12 minutes. 12 minutes, and again, the bells have rung, and a call for Baron for NAOS Esports, and now they can't even do anything here.
4 straight games.
Oh, they
1
try.
minute Baron. They're gonna be trying to contest. I don't think this is gonna be a good position here for Taku. He has to hook shot away still. He's gonna be able to survive with 1 HP, but again, the Mirmo damage just too much. Trusha Paraj unable to connect onto anyone, but still is a massive leverage right now for NAOS Esports. So again, just start this Baron.
Yep, they still can start. Y1 is still alive. They're gonna kill more.
They want more, and they will get more. Now Esports gets 2, and Cerberus Esports lose the same amount as well. Unable to get anything, and they just reset. Baron again, just still on the table.
Yep, they can still start this. Kyung, Y1 can still find a way to try and steal this. But Margot and Calm are ready to fight him and ready to kill him.
Do you believe Y1 is being denied right now by the Crocodile? Truset Barrage will not connect, but the damage will from the Renekton on BMM as well. It's just going to be next Rangle Thorns to knock them up. But it's not going to be enough for them to stop the Baron taking here of NAOS Esports. This time it's a minute late, 13 minutes still. It's okay.
Wait, Margot died. But again, they still got the Baron. 11k gold lead. NAOS Esports could definitely end the game if ever they want to. Cerberus Esports is just so far away from the goal, from the objective. And this is the result of that. Really sad to see this team go like this. Because they had a great light when the group stages just ended. But no, it was still not enough to win against NAOS.
And this time, they're being served with a one-sided beatdown once more. Baron taken in 13 minutes for the past 4 games is again just a statement right now by NAOS Esports. Faith gonna get caught a little bit there with Hexic Ultimatum. Also the suppression coming in from Duckby as well, but unable to get the kill just yet. Faith still survived for so long, and again NAOS Esports right now is gonna be capitalizing onto this position right now. Everyone flashing out from the rest of Cerberus Esports. Top lane being pushed by Calm as the minute goes by, and this mid tier 2 should fall down as well as the inhibitor is being bashed by Calm.
Yeah, they're so ahead. They can go for a fight on the top side, but these towers are just gonna fall. Now Esports just really is so ahead. Even if they pile 3 members, they're not gonna kill anybody.
Stasis is gonna be used. Inhibitor is gonna be falling down. The base is wide open for the taking of NAOS Esports. They're trying, but they're being denied. Wow. Everyone will fall down. It's a 4-0 and a statement by NAOS Esports.
Clean sweep by the squad. And as we said during the start of this, Cerberus Esports would have a lot of problems with their drafting, but no. That was not where the problem led to. It was also because of how they approached these games that we had here. Now Esports, even with a draft that is not advantageous to them, Game 3, Game 2 was a testament to that. But they were still able to pull through just because of their execution.
Oh, the execution, the timing, the everything. NAOS Esports was playing it to perfection. And that is one of the reasons why we can never discount NAOS Esports. Cerberus Esports definitely tried their very best here in the series. Unfortunately, they were read by NAOS Esports more than they were attempting to read NAOS Esports. And they were served really well with a one-sided beatdown. Unfortunately, this is the team right now that is going to be bidding goodbye. Cerberus Esports reached towards day number 5 of the playoffs, but this is the end of the road.
Yep, and I thought that was it. I thought that was the chance for Cerberus Esports to turn things around, but they stuck to their gut here in these games. And even if that's the case, Cerberus Esports wasn't able to pull through with any of the games that we had. Now it's just woke on the right side of bed today, and they were just doing so well this game, and they were really just reading off of each other's minds. And these games have been perfect for them.
Yeah, the timing of Fate, the defense of Calm in the top lane, Mirmo spokes, as well as the outplays of Mitsura also were all perfect. And Cerberus Esports on their last attempt to come back here in this series and turn the tides of momentum towards their side with the Lee Sin and the Zyra, with them taking Calm's Camille, is still not enough. And I think one of the causes there is the Tristana pick as well. It's not really the best right now, and it's too very difficult to actually push through and scale up, Fate did a really good job and is definitely deserving of an MVP.
Yeah, it was so hard to work around Tristana, especially when you don't get the early lead. Tristana's gonna have a hard time getting to the late game, and once you hit the late game, it's not even sure if you're gonna win.
We see the highlights of Fate and everyone on the side of NAOS Esports just making it work. But props to Cerberus Esports. This is where we saw Genza secure a 2-for-1 for a team. Yes, the Nautilus did fell down, but Genza still was able to at least shine in some of the fights.
Yeah, I really thought they had a chance again for the start of this series. Just because NAOS Esports lost against Roster Y, G2B against Cerberus. But again, NAOS Esports just did. So this game, I think what NAOS Esports did was so simple. Use Fate. And when they used Fate, it was so much. And they weren't able to deal with it.
Just very reminiscent of last season NAOS Esports as well. When Zaupi was the jungler, he was definitely setting up for the team lots of times. And Fate did here as well in this series, massively to impact all of the games and all of the fights. He was being a proper frontline, being a great initiator, and also just a good saving grace for NAOS Esports, even in the crucial times.
Yep, especially when he was integrated into the team here together with Margot. They were just perfect fit for the squad overall. And it was also because of how this types of play would work. If you put a carry on the hands of Fate, if you put anything on the hands of Fate, it is gonna work in favor of NAOS Esports. And this Vi has always been like a signature champion for the squad. And it is still working even when Fate is the one using it.
Yeah, Fate definitely is such a talented player on the side of NAOS Esports. He was everywhere. I loved his Fiora as well as the even the Lee Sin and every champion as well that he has used. He was highly impacting the games of NAOS Esports, and everyone was very synergized here in this series. That's again such a great improvement by NAOS Esports. To think that they had a stressful loss against KT Roser Y during playoffs day number 1. But here today, they stand proud, securing a 4-0 against Cerberus Esports.
Yeah, and we are back for a 4-0 for NAOS, and we're going to be having another game for tomorrow's schedule. And we have seen it. Let's take a look at it now. NAOS Esports are still looking onto the next match here. Who is going to be losing on the next game? Roster Y versus G2B. All the PH fans are looking forward to a PH and PH representatives on the last stage of our tournament. But are we going to see it today?
I mean, let's see. What are they going to be saying on the side of NAOS?
Misura from NAOS. Hi there, Misura. Let's say hello to our audience first.
Hello.
Welcome. So my first question for you is like, it's kind of mid-gap today. So I want to ask, what do you want to say about your performance today?
I think I perform so good now because I'm angry.
So good, and I think so. Okay. The second question for you is like, you win 4 games with 4 different champions. What else can we expect in the future?
I don't know. It depends on what we practice, what champion I use, and I just trust my teammates and my coach, and they trust me too that I can play any champion. I can be better.
You can be better, and you can trust each other. That's really awesome. So the third question for you is like, which team do you want to play against in the next round?
KTRY.
KTRY. May I ask why?
We want revenge.
You want a revenge? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
The last question for you is like, how far that you think you can go in this playoffs?
I think we can go in the playoffs in China. I'm confident. We are just getting started.
You're just getting started, and you're confident that you can make it into China. That was awesome, and congratulations again, and have a good night. All right.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye. That's all for our interview.
You know what? The confidence? Yeah, the confidence of Mitsuna is overflowing in that interview, right?
And they're really looking for, they're wanting to finally get their revenge on Kate Rolls or Y. And that will be determined tomorrow, right? If that's gonna happen. It's either the PH representative or the PH Civil War. Oh, that's a tough one.
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough if ever it's gonna be G2B versus NAOS. All the fans out there would be divided on who are they gonna pick for whoever is gonna win. So G2B's mission here is to win against Roster Y if the Filipinos would want to get both of those spots. If not, Roster Y could have a chance in getting that one spot and letting G2B and NAOS fight for the last spot.
It's the possibly the last time that G2 Blacklist and Kate Roster Y will match as well in this tournament, because only one will be able to reach towards the playoffs and will be able to come through. Any final words, Dash, before we head out?
Yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow's match though. G2B versus RY. That is gonna be ending probably after this, and then the next match that is gonna be determining who's gonna be the APAC representatives. And I'm really looking forward to who is gonna win actually.
Yeah, we're both looking forward to it. We are psyched for it as well. And everyone is definitely going to be looking forward to what's going to happen tomorrow. But today is the conclusion for the series. Congratulations to NAOS Esports. Congratulations as well to Cerberus Esports. See you on the next one and see you again tomorrow.